Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 92 days.
Because they didn't win the title and time has gone on, I do think the players feel that pressure, and it takes the right group of players to come in and not deal with that.
Just wondering, you come to this type of school, so you get to play in this type of atmosphere and this type of game. You guys have worked hard, put in a lot of work. Let it happen, man.
I think they're for real. I think PVH would tell you this is the best chance they have to win this whole thing.
The Automotive Arkansas might be the best team in the country. If I thought today and somebody win a national title, I would take Arkansas.
I think Arkansas's best is the best. When they're clicking on all cylinders, that's the best team in the country.
They will rise to the top. And we are the cream. I'm just telling you. Whether you know it or not, nobody wants to play us.
In my mind, this is our team. Big hits, huge pitches, great defensive play. If you guys believe we're this good, nobody. This is the best offense in the land, and we're going to keep showing it to everybody.
Dave Van Horn seems to put that team together every year to be in a position to get to Omaha. They play really, really good baseball up there in Fayetteville.
Got some special brewing up in the hills of northwest Arkansas.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Just steps away from the baseball haven that is known as Baum Walker Stadium. Fastball Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. The Fayetteville Regional begins today with the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on North Dakota State. Fayetteville, the place to be this weekend. Baseball center of all of college baseball. Alongside Tommy Kraft, Colton Little, we're at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Tommy's at Harry Robinson Buick GMC in Fort Smith. Colton, as always, great job in the open. You heard multiple analysts there, Tommy. Kyle Peterson, Todd Walker. We had Mike Rooney join us yesterday. I mean, they got nothing but positive things to say about this Arkansas baseball team heading into postseason.
Yep, and that's part of the expectations when you're expected to be really good and everyone thinks you're good. They all have good things to say about you. Now the hard part, go live up to it, because that's what that's the definition of pressure, right? Everybody thinks you're good. Everybody talks about how good you are. Well, that's where pressure enters the equation. Now go be good.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting. Colton, you might have to hit this clip, but Rooney kind of talked about that yesterday and just what Arkansas has to have in players that can live up to it.
They didn't win the title and time has gone on. I do think the players feel that pressure, and it takes the right group of players to come in and not deal with that. And I do think, that when I look at Brett Iredale and the way he carries himself, and I think about the Aloy brothers and the way they carry themselves, they do feel less vulnerable to those types of pressures.
So that is something. I've always come to the belief that regardless of what they say, I mean, there is an added pressure when you feel like that you didn't have the season before, the season before that. Now, Dave spoke yesterday, and he feels like that this team is not just better than last year's team, but better than the year before as well. What do you think, though? Lewis Automotive Group hotline open 877-377-6963. Arkansas has not advanced to Omaha out of Baum Walker since 2019. Now, for most programs, I mean, just getting to 7 College World Series under a head coach is a big stinking deal. And what Dave accomplished, and that's just here in Fayetteville. Dave's got a couple more in Lincoln. But just to put that in perspective, it's been a little bit, Tommy, since they've gotten to the Emerald Series when it comes to going through this ballpark.
And why is that? We'll talk about that coming up. It is Fastball Friday. QC Kinetics is right here in Northwest Arkansas to help take care of you. If your doctor has told you pain relief will only come with surgery, drugs, and probably some downtime, there's a better way. The cutting edge of the medical revolution since 2018 has been with regenerative medicine, and that's what they do at QC Kinetics. They give people lasting joint pain relief using natural treatments that are harnessed from your body's own healing power. Nothing that is going to be used to heal your joints is going to come from anywhere other than your own body. So this isn't something that's a pharmaceutical. This isn't some new medicine that's out there that they're beta testing on you. This comes from your own body. I cut my finger yesterday. knife got a little too close trying to cut an orange, nicked it a little bit. Guess what? It's already healed this morning because your body can heal your body. They can help do that with your joints as well at QC Kinetics. 479-999-1234 is their number. 91234 for QC Kinetics.
Text from Bruce in Nashville here this morning, the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Say, Ty, do you think if the Hogs make it out this regional in Tennessee, and Tennessee beats Hogs, that Dave Van Orden retires? No, I do not think that, Bruce. I think he's got a lot of gas in the tank when it comes to coaching college baseball. But I think you mentioned, Tommy, why is that? Why has this team? And again, let's not gloss over 2022 and them getting to the College World Series, which was a mere 3 years ago, and COVID, that knocked out a season in 2020. So in 21, when you had the best team in college baseball and ultimately fell to NC State, 23, weren't able to beat TCU. They just got hot, and they unbelievable bats. Last year, it just fell apart. Hagan had a bad outing. You ended up losing, knocked out by a much lesser opponent. Why hasn't it happened for this team this last few years?
You know, I think back on that NC State series. What was the first game, like 22-2 or something? I mean, it was a drubbing. I always wondered if you won that game 9-4, comfortably, but certainly not in the way they wanted. Will that series have turned out different? Because how many people left the ballpark that day making their reservations for that Super Regional to Omaha the next weekend? Oh, we got this. I was amongst that group. I always wondered how that one would have turned out had you not won so handily in Game 1. Anyway, that's water under the bridge. But, why is it? Well, they faced some of the hottest teams in the Big 12 that have come in. I don't know how hot Kansas State is, but I think some of this has been you didn't have it's back to the basics of baseball. You didn't have the timely hitting. You didn't have, outstanding, at least A- pitching performances from your starters in some of these spots, and you ran into teams that were playing hot. Heard Charlie Boyce on with Chuck and Bo earlier, and Chuck said it was a simpleton question, but I thought it was a really good question. What is it that makes a team get hot? How do you know it, and how do you feel it, and how do you replicate it? I mean, that's what everybody is trying to figure out starting this weekend. How do we go on a hot run here for the next 3-4 weeks and win the national championship? Ole Miss figured it out a few years ago. Mississippi State figured it out after not-so-great seasons. That's what Arkansas is trying to do. How do you do it? I don't know. That's the million-dollar question, but I think it gets contagious. It comes with a good hit. It comes with a 1-2-3 inning, and it gets everybody fired up and the confidence. I think a lot of it can be boiled down to the word confidence. And when a team is playing with confidence, you got confidence in yourself and your teammates, good things happen.
I don't know if this team is going to get hot. What I do know is there's a lot of people here already outside of Baum-Walker Stadium, and we've got some Razorback royalty of sorts. John Daly in here this weekend. I was over at Teague Law Firm yesterday talking with Robert Teague, and Robert told me, it's like, yeah, JD's parked right next to me at Roadhog Park. So you got him and Cal and Brad and JD Jr. apparently played the Blessings yesterday, then had Herman's last night. So quite a start to their weekend, Tommy. Basketball team took a picture yesterday as they were at practice or a get-together or whatever in the Eddie Sutton practice facility. So we'll talk with Richard at 10:30. You'll probably have some football recruits in here this weekend at the baseball series. So a lot just going on here this weekend in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Hey, if you're finding the right financing options and looking around right now to remodel your current home or build a brand new one, it's easier than ever when you stop by one of Farm Credit of Western Arkansas's 25 locations and let their experts guide you from start to finish. Or you can log on to myaglender.com to see all the financing options that are offered by Farm Credit. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, making dreams come true for more than 100 years.
We did get some football news yesterday, and that is our opening drive here on a Friday.
Jefferson going to throw on first down. Slant, end zone, caught, touchdown. Matt Landers with a reception, his 5th TD of the year. 8 yards, touchdown, Arkansas. Dart's going to throw this time off. Play action, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Sanders at the 40, out to midfield. He'll get to the Rebel 48-yard line. Arkansas's got it back with 1:07 to go. Drew Sanders with the pick.
Obviously, 5 years ago,
I was asked by the governor of Hutchinson at the time if, we were interested in playing Arkansas State. We've never done it before. And I thought it would be a good game. I thought it'd be a good game to play in Little Rock.
This is the opening drive.
So we've known the opponents for a while, but now we know the first 3 game times. Alabama A&M, Tommy, is at 3:15 on the SEC Network. Arkansas State in War Memorial Stadium will be a 4 o'clock game on the SEC Network Plus and ESPN Plus. And then Ole Miss, some highlights from a couple years ago when Arkansas lost 27-20 in Oxford. That ended up being a pretty good game. Unfortunately, Arkansas's offense just kind of sputtered for much of that night. 6 or 6:45 in Oxford, Mississippi for Arkansas's opening SEC game against the Rebs.
And sure feels like you got to be at least 2-1 after that first stretch. You need to be 3-1 after you play Memphis and head home for Notre Dame. I don't care what time the games are played. That's, to me, my expectation on that. It's going to be warm for Alabama A&M, but we're used to hot conditions on the opening game of the year. I thought War Memorial, with that game not being on linear TV and being a plus game, might be a little bit later to maybe entice a little larger crowd to the capital city, but 4 o'clock's not terribly early, but it's it's certainly not what I would call prime time either, Ty.
No, and just reading a little bit, I think it was Matt Jones who wrote at Whole Hog Sports. Pittman a couple years back was asked about timing for Little Rock, because Arkansas, being that it is not on SEC Network, ESPN, ABC, they get to pick the time. And when he commented a few years ago, it was not wanting to get back at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, which makes sense because you're playing Ole Miss next weekend. And I get it for the fans that in Central or Eastern or Southern Arkansas that wanted that to be a primetime game. I know that means as much to our state, especially in the eastern part of the state, as it ever has it. I say ever has it a game in Little Rock, but to this magnitude, obviously the first time that these two are competing in football. But that seems to be the reason, if you put 2 and 2 together, why this game's at 4 o'clock.
Well, 3:15 and 4 o'clock, we don't have any excuses to miss Sunday school the next morning now. I mean, nope. you gotta drive home because the game's going to be over at 7:30 or 8, and everybody can get home in time to be at Sunday school the next morning. So that excuse is off the table. Hey, I stayed late at the game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what about that Ole Miss game. And I agree, you got to be 2-1. I think you will be 2-1. I hope they go into Oxford and win that game. I'm not putting my expectations though there, but if you somehow do. And let me remind everyone, new quarterback for Ole Miss. Dart's no longer there. And I'm glad he isn't, because he ripped you alive last year, even though he played bad 2 years ago. They've got a new retooled roster. No Chris Paul. They've lost a lot of players. Now they plucked a couple of your guys, Braxton Haas and Kudus, which will be an interesting dynamic when Arkansas plays that game. But, Tommy, you know as well as I do, when you have a roster that's shape-shifted, and I know Arkansas's got a good chunk of guys too, but they're not going to be entirely – I don't know if set's the right word, but that Week 3 game, I think it might be closer. Whatever that line is, when it comes out, I think it's going to be single digits, and I think Arkansas has a chance to at least cover in that football game. They usually, with the exception of last year, they always play Ole Miss tough, and last year was just kind of an anomaly between the Pittman and Kiffin matchups here in the last 5 years.
Now, some of this has been function of schedule and just difficulty of the home schedule, but there's certainly been cases you can point to in the results under Sam Pittman. They've been better on the road than they have at home. Now, I don't know that necessarily lines up that they are somehow more focused away from Reynolds Razorback Stadium. I think it's a matter of the quality of the teams you've played. But there's certainly a reason to believe they can go on the road early in the year at a place like Oxford and have success.
If you somehow do win that game, you change everyone's opinion on the season 3 weeks in. Now, you have just as much ability for people to get hacked off if you go back to Memphis. We're basically going through Memphis to get to Oxford and lose that game to the Tigers, one of the best group of 5 teams in college football. But, again, we're a ways out from that. Just interesting. First Arkansas SEC game will be night in Oxford, Mississippi.
All right, let's get to our Fenceman Friday picks here in a second. But first, let's start the weekend at Andy's Frozen Custards, 2 locations in Conway. JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock, and also Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Whether you're looking to cool off or satisfy your sweet tooth, Andy's has you covered with the greatest frozen treats around. Take home the Pick 6, where you can mix and match 6 of your favorite flavors for a treat that you and the family will enjoy after a big hog win this weekend. So swing by Andy's Frozen Custards today, Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, 2 locations in Conway and JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock. And don't forget to download the Andy's app from your app store. Walk up or drive through. They're ready to serve you at Andy's Frozen Custards.
All right, we go to the Lewis Automotive Group hotline where our friend Sean is patiently waiting for us this morning. Sean, did you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend in Lake Washita? I know the weather wasn't the best, but I'm going to guess that you and your family made the most of it.
We most certainly did. We sure did. We were the little bit of time we had some break in the rain and the thunderstorms. We got out. You know, I'm that typical dad. We put all the kids on the tubes, and my goal is to hurt them. So I can pop them off like popcorn or sling them across like rocks being skipped across the lake. I've had a great day.
That is like that's like a classic dad thing. Like, for whatever reason, if you're a dad behind the wheel of a boat and your kids and even your kids' friends are behind it, it's like your sole goal to get them off. My dad had that same mentality. He loved it. And my parents would always, or my mom and my bonus mom would freak out, and it's like, it's just part of it, honey. They'll be okay. They'll rub some dirt on and be fun. Yep. That's always a good time.
And the more violent you can make it, the better.
Exactly. I think a lot of dads listening right now are nodding their head, listening to Sean right there. All right, we do it every single week here on a Friday. It is our Fence Man Friday Picks. Ole Miss in Arkansas today at 3 o'clock here at the Hoover Met.
Woo pig suey.
Sean, I'm with Tommy. I think the Razorbacks get it done today against the Rebels.
If we can get our offense up and running and put them out of the park, we've got this one won.
Texas A&M against LSU. Tommy, what happened?
Is a wife right there? Is she listening? You getting the eye right now and picking A&M?
Yes, I am, most certainly.
I'm going to go with LSU.
I think that A&M, while they aren't going to win the whole thing, I think they somehow, some way find a way to win this game. Who wins the whole thing? Who takes the SEC tournament in 2025? I've got Tennessee doing it.
I got the Arkansas Razorbacks winning the SEC tournament.
Man, you must have been reading my mind. That's what I was thinking. Paul's going to walk off with a win.
Well,
we didn't use the ding. We didn't use the bell one time there. No. I don't think, boys. We got skunked.
Short-lived trip in Hoover this last week. All right, hopefully we bounce back here this week, starting
get it out of our system, as they say.
Yeah. So we're going to do run lines in our Fence Man Friday picks today. LSU hosting the Little Rock Trojans in the Baton Rouge Regional. Coach Curry's squad going in there as 4.5-run dogs, Tommy, against the Tigers today at 2 o'clock. Does LSU cover or does Little Rock cover that plus 4.5 runs?
I'll take them LSU Tigers and lay the 4.5 runs.
I think LSU is going to come out hot in game number 1, Sean. I think they're able to win by 5 or more runs against the Trojans later on today. Hopefully I'm wrong, but trusting LSU in this one. By the way, Jay Johnson paid for the student tickets, which I thought was interesting. Sean, what do you think, man?
I'm with you guys. I would love to see the Little Rock Trojans. That's where my daughter went to school to run track. I'd like to see them win, but I think LSU's got more than what they can handle.
Okay. Guys, did anyone see the deal with the Texas baseball field and the hail and everything? Did anyone see that? Colton, did you see those pictures? Tommy, did you see those?
Yeah, part of the dish came down, Ty.
Yeah. Did you see that,
Tommy? I saw
Tommy?
some pictures of hail down there that are like watermelon size. I mean, a few of the hailstones, they were wicked looking.
It was bad. I know. I was wondering. It's like, will they be able to host their regional this weekend? But they are hosting, and they are hosting Houston Christian later on at 1 o'clock today. Also a 4.5-run favorite. Tommy has the 1 seed in their bracket and 2 seed overall. Do they get it done to get Houston Christian and cover by 5 or more runs?
I'll take the under. Five. Is it 4.5 or 5.5? What were you saying?
It's 4.5.
I'll go under.
All right, I'm going to say that Houston Christian covers, Sean. I think I like Houston Christian today to cover in the spread.
Well, I don't know much about them, so I'm gonna follow your lead on this.
All right, Arkansas also a 4.5-run favorite against the North Dakota State Bison. That game is also 2 o'clock. We'll have Phil and Bubba at 1:30. Again, we're live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, getting you ready for this Fayetteville Regional. Tommy, I know you were looking at the run yesterday. It is 4.5. So does Arkansas, are they able to cover this 4.5 run spread later on today at 2 o'clock?
I believe so. It might be a little bit into the game. Hogs have not played but once in 12 days, so I would expect maybe a little bit slower start, but I think the Hogs come out and get that done. Yes, I'll take the Hogs and lay the 4.5 runs.
I think their slow start and bad game against Ole Miss, they kind of want to get that out of their that taste out of their mouths. And, again, for much of the season at home, what have they lost, 5 games at home, Colton? Something like 4 or 5. I mean,
I think it's
they
4.
have been,
Count them on one hand.
They have been dominant at home this season. That stretch at least continues into today, and I think they win by 5 or more runs, Sean, as well, against the North Dakota State Bison.
Yes, yeah, I think we're going to see a couple of grand slams. They're going to load the bases and just knock it out of the park, and we're going to put up 10 runs easy.
Okay, last one, a bonus one. Since it is Colton Little's 26th birthday, we are going to mention his New York Knicks.
Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful.
There you go. The Pacers are 3.5-point favorites tomorrow night in Indiana, in Indianapolis. Tommy, do they close out the series, or do the Knicks stave them off and Colton is happy for a Game 7? What happens tomorrow night?
Game 7, baby. Knicks win. Game 7.
I actually think the Knicks actually push the Pacers in this one. I think a lot of pressure is on Halliburton. So I'm going to say the Knicks win tomorrow night and force a Game 7, Sean.
I guess we were triple vote on that one. I think we're going to Game 7.
Game 7, most exciting words in sports. All right, that is our Fenceman Friday picks as we get ready for the Fayetteville Regional this weekend at Baum Walker Stadium, Tommy.
All right, the Fenceman ready to go. You were talking last week about aluminum fencing. One of the new innovations in fencing. It doesn't have to be chain link. It doesn't have to be wood or vinyl. You've got new options.
Yeah, there's like privacy fencing. You can get a lot of the aluminum fencing that looks like privacy. You know, vinyl, everybody talks about vinyl. You have vinyl panels, vinyl rails, and so on and so forth, and that's great and all, but you guys know we have the tremendous amount of heat, and vinyl gets a little bit of mold on there, but they've come out with the same style with aluminum. And, of course, you know, aluminum and get it powder-coated in multiple colors, and it's going to last. It's almost what I would consider, barring, you know, Mother Nature doesn't destroy it, it's just going to be a lifetime fence. Because once you set that up, that aluminum's not going to rust, it's not going to rot, it's going to be there forever. And they make some beautiful colors and designs. So, you know, if you're interested in that, please give us a call. We'll come out and get you a free quote, get you an estimate, walk you through the process. And, you know, and give us an opportunity to build you a beautiful fence.
All right, 782-3936 is the number. Sean, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great weekend.
And the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for problem gambling helpline.
For decades, the Rebel Crawfish has been a tackle box staple. But now, get ready for the next generation. Introducing the all-new Rebel Matte series of Rebel Crawfish. 4 all-new Ultra Matte colors that eliminate glare and enhance realism, mimicking a natural crawfish like never before. The same iconic shape and swimming action, but now with a stunning matte finish. Upgrade to the all-new matte series of Rebel Crawfish today at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Dick's Sporting Goods, and local tackle shops everywhere. Rebel. Catch fish anywhere.
Protect what matters most with the Fenceman. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fenceman's got Fort Smith covered. The Fenceman has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fenceman. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fenceman. He ain't afraid of no work.
How about those?
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. With an unheard of 15-year spring warranty option, Grit is the team you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR.
Bred for the mud. Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000 and Terex KRX 41000 lifted edition side-by-sides come factory equipped to dominate wet and muddy conditions with ITP crypted mud tires, elevated dual snorkel air intakes, and Fox 2.5 LSC piggyback shocks. This edition is purpose-built for more mud-slinging good times. Now, weather doesn't stop the adventure. It inspires it.
Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
The Old Fort Days Rodeo begins Memorial Day, and Jelco Outdoors is ready to get you and the family ready for the largest sporting event of the year in the River Valley. Save up to $30 off on select Western boots by Ariat, Durango, Justin, or Watson, Tony Lama, and Twisted X. Buy 2 pair of Ariat or Wrangler jeans and get a 3rd pair free. Plus, receive an Old Fort Days ball cap free with purchase. Jelco Outdoors, the Old Fort Days official merchandise store. Get ready for the rodeo at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game.
ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loved the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, Woo Big Suey. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
That was our game plan all along. You know, he didn't throw in Hoover, which was okay. Got a chance to get some more rest. Strike thrower, tough. You got to know him. They're going to hit about 7 lefties in their lineup. Not a lot of power. It's guys that hit the ball through the middle the other way and trying to win the regional. Bottom line, he's a good pitcher. I mean, think about it. He's the guy we give him the ball to when the game's on the line everywhere.
That was Dave Van Horn talking about starter of today's game, Aiden Jimenez, who last start came against the Tennessee Volunteers. That is who the Arkansas Razorbacks, Matt Hobbs, Dave Van Horn, and the staff have elected to go with yesterday. Tommy, what did you make of the move when you saw it initially on social media?
You know, you'd like to have a little more track record with him, and as they started him there in Hoover, right?
No.
Am I thinking
he
right?
didn't,
No, Tennessee.
He didn't pitch in Hoover. Yep, the Tennessee game.
Tennessee. I'm sorry, Tennessee. They gave him a taste of postseason, but you just don't have a lot of track record with him as a starter. I think the strategy's right. Would maybe you win a different direction? I don't know. I mean, I'm not there every day watching these bullpens. I'm not looking at the analytics, but I do agree with the strategy of not going with Root or Wood in Game 1. And hopefully it doesn't blow up in your face. I don't think it will, but you're counting on your bats to overcome any deficiencies you might have with your starting pitching. I think he'll go out and have a great game.
Anyone else see that Kylie McDaniel has Gage Wood going to the first round mocked? I know I saw Viva. I forget what number he was. Colton, you might know that offhand. I know they were both projected first round guys, but I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was just a little bit surprised. And Gage has had some really good outings at Arkansas, i.e. Texas, but that just kind of caught me off guard a little bit, to be honest.
Well, that is that's interesting because first round money would make your decision for you.
Yeah, I mean,
even in the NIL world,
he's not coming back to campus. I just thought that was interesting listening to that yesterday. We were talking earlier. Mike Rooney was talking about D1 Baseball and ESPN, who joined us yesterday. He was talking about, again, maybe the differences between this year's team and last year's team. And Dave Van Horn talked about it a little bit, and Will McIntyre shared some thoughts on it yesterday.
It's really just been the last couple of years, and bottom line, it's a fact. This team's a lot better than last year's team and the year before. We're better.
Yeah, definitely. This team feels really complete in every aspect of the game. We've played a bunch of tough games, especially towards the end of the stretch, so I feel like we're just a battle-hardened team ready to go after it.
Now, I don't know any coach or player that's going to be like, yeah, we're worse than we were last year. I don't know anyone that thinks like that. I don't think there's a soul out there that thinks like that. But if you want to look at least statistics, and their pitching, there might be some pitching errors, but we got to remind ourselves, like, I've seen, like, a lot of people have been texting me and asking a starting pitcher or whatever. Like, they got a first all-SEC guy in Zach Root. And I know his last two outings haven't gone great. I fully acknowledge that. But it's not like the SEC coaches are stupid. Like, they didn't vote this kid all-SEC because he's just on Arkansas and the team's really good. I mean, they have a lot of respect for this kid. And I think a lot of baseball coaches would feel that same way. I'm going to guess that he starts for you tomorrow. Could be proven wrong about that. But, again, Mac and DVH, just that's kind of what they're thinking about this team compared to not just last year, but maybe the year before as well.
Yeah, and, go out. Hopefully you get, a couple early runs, settle Jimenez down. And this is a midweek game. Who would you start would you start? I mean, that's one way to look at this. Would you start Root or Wood in a midweek game? Never, right? Now, some of that's scheduling. But, I mean, is the level of the team you're playing in a 1-4 matchup, is this a midweek game? I think we'd all say yes. I think that, well, I know that, not necessarily the season's on the line today because if you lose, it's not over, but it puts you in a really bad spot. I get the consequences. But just take all the postseason and the bunning off of the railing, and essentially what you have here is a Tuesday or Wednesday game as far as strategy and matchup. I think the call to go with the way they're doing with the pitching is appropriate.
All right, that is your Hog Update here on this Fastball Friday. Our Hog Update, always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, Richard Davenport set to join us at 10:30 this morning. Tommy, did you see the NCAA is probably going to expand again, 72, 76 teams? I don't know if you caught that yesterday. It sounds like that is Charlie Baker was talking about that a little bit, the head of the NCAA. He kind of expected that. It's kind of like the college football playoff. You and I think, are in the same line of thinking. It's like, are we really going to find another champion out of an additional 4 or 8 teams, and the same 4 teams that they had of the college football playoff? I don't think that you or I think that it's going to come through 13 through 16.
No, this is nuts, and I mean we're not doing a better job of identifying the champion. And I don't know how much in that sport and that format are you really expanding your revenue by much, but. They've got to write a big check in this settlement, and they've got to fund it too. Maybe this is part of the equation on doing that.
Yeah. All right, we're live here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Our regional coverage brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley. For all of your insurance needs, call 479-646-6792 or see Dooley at shelterinsurance.com. By Arvest Bank. Since 1961, they've been committed to local communities. Arvest is ready to help. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And again, we're live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback with Robert, Elizabeth, and Matthew Mann. Come by and see us before the Fayetteville Regional Game 1 today, later on at 2 o'clock. Get everything you need from the Stadium Shop on Razorback. We continue on the Morning Rush next. Our Morning Rush daily question when we come back here on a Fastball Friday.
Root kicks and deals. He struck him out swinging. This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for problem gambling helpline.
I don't know why I keep coming in here every morning when I could be fishing. This is the Morning Rush.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
The Golf Nut is thrilled to introduce new products for 2025, including Cobra Dark Speed Adapt woods and irons, Ping G440 woods and irons, and TaylorMade QI35 woods. Lap putters, including the latest OZ model, are also available. Whether you want to improve your swing or enjoy the game, the Golf Nut offers a range of options. Book a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators and experience golfing greatness. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue for your ultimate golfing destination.
Hey, Ty Richardson, back in my favorite place, Papa's Pub and Pizzeria in downtown Fort Smith here with Brooklyn, one of the new gals. Y'all have got a great special on Monday, Brooklyn.
Yes, we have our $3 domestic drafts, our Bud Lights, Miller Lights, Coors Light, Yingling, Shinerbach, Michelob Ultra, some super cold mugs, and 10 wings for $8.95.
Come on by and see us at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith.
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Here on the Morning Rush, ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com or Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. More Fayetteville regional talk coming up. We're going to hear more from Dave Van Horn momentarily. Also got our Morning Rush daily question to get to as well. I don't know who's more excited, Tommy. Is it fans getting ready for this regional, or is it Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources, the fact that we only have 2 days left of the month? I'm going back. I don't
know that he's excited about the last 2 days. I bet Larry feels as much pressure as Dave Van Horn right now with
maybe
one weekday and one weekend day to go. That's what I'm going to guess.
You know, they say you get paid for pressure. You know, if you can put up with that pressure, you get paid. So I'm hanging in there. But listen, yeah, we got a couple of days here. We got to sell some more cars, and we got them, folks. Terrific selection, road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. You can't buy a better used car. We've got a bunch of them, cars, trucks, SUVs. Got some sporty stuff out there. Got some Jeeps. Whatever you're looking for, we've got it. Rath Auto Resources, bound to have cars just right for you and your family. Let one of our friendly, non-commissioned solution specialists show you how easy it can be to start driving better today in one of these road-ready certified cars from Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith. And it really is going to be a big weekend. We're going to put every deal together. We really need some trades. If you've got a trade-in, you can expect extra for that trade as well on top of these discounts. So really just a terrific time to come in and see us. If you're looking for, if you're up in Springdale, you know, we had that big hailstorm up there. We've got a big inventory of cars up there with huge hail savings right now. Plus, we can trade for your hail car. Before you do anything, if your car got hailed on, come in and check us out. We've got a repair team here that we've used before that are terrific. They can take care of you. They can help you with your insurance claim. So we got a lot of exciting things going up in Springdale as well. It's going to be a big couple of days. Folks, please come see us. Rath Auto Resource in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online, rathauto.com.
Larry, you know what they say.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure makes diamonds. Good luck with all the pressure you got this weekend. We'll see if you come through like the Hogs, too.
We're going to come through, and those Hogs are, too. It's all going to be good. You guys have a great weekend, and folks, come and see us.
All right, again, that's Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. We're here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Regional coverage all week and weekend long, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Arvest Bank, and Chris Dooley Shelter Insurance. And, Tommy, now it's time for our Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by CartPath Social.
Yeah, let's talk some baseball this weekend. We've talked pitching strategy and whether it should be one of your mainline starters or Jimenez. I think we're kind of in agreement on that. Let's talk about at the plate. Arkansas's got a very potent lineup 1 through 9. Who's the standout this weekend? Who do you think maybe has the breakout weekend when you look over 3, maybe 4 games? Who made the difference at the plate this weekend? That's your Morning Rush Daily question. Aloy's been kind of an easy name, but is there someone other than one of the Aloy brothers? We could even say the DH as well. Are you expecting somebody else maybe to step up at the plate and make a difference this weekend, Ty?
Well, Tom brought up Logan Maxwell yesterday, and I know he's been nursing an injury. If I remember, Colton, he was the TCU kid that came in here 2 years ago, right? Okay, that's what I thought I remembered hearing that yesterday. But he's a guy that I know Tom is high on. You mentioned Kahil Loy and obviously Fahiva Loy. Davalon's always a guy that can change the course of a game, and I know Arkansas didn't have a lot of success last weekend in Hoover, but he did with that inside the park home run. So I'm gonna go Charles Davalon and the lefty
lead
to
off.
Maybe have to maybe have some. So you just need so when you think about this Fayetteville Regional, the fans get a little tense, obviously, if it's closer and there's not a lot of hitting and a lot of runs that are scored early. So you got to establish that momentum early. That way the fans don't feel restless, the team doesn't feel restless, and then for Aiden Jimenez, who's only making his second career start on the weekend as an Arkansas Razorback, he feel like that he has some run support as well early on here in the first few innings later on at 2 o'clock.
If I said Cam Kojal or Robinette, Reese Robinette at first, how would you feel about that? Robinette's been a player that's come on as of late. I think today's a game he goes yard, so I'm going to go with Robinette today.
He's a guy, again, that stuck around, kid in Missouri, and has come into the lineup and hit some. Well, we have 2 dingers against. Oh, who was that against earlier this
Texas,
season?
Baby.
Thank you.
Texas,
against Texas. So
that's kind of where he broke out.
Yeah, has shown in a marquee matchup before that he can make plays. So that's a good one. All right, that is your carp. Oh, go ahead, Cole.
I was going to say I'm going to take the bottom half of the lineup right here. Somebody that I think would probably bat leadoff for a lot of teams in the country. Justin Thomas Jr. is the smoothest guy out there in the outfield. You want to get him hot going into Omaha, where it feels like that field plays 500 feet to center. So get him going, get him lathered up, and hopefully shore that defense up too.
And maybe Tommy, I guess I flipped him. Maybe it was Kojal that hit the home run. For whatever reason, I thought it was Davalon. Did I mess that up, Colton?
Kojal hit the one that was inside the park with the big.
The inside the Parker, where the outfielders ran into each other.
When I said that, I was like, now that I think about it, I think it was Kojal that actually hit that, and I went back and looked. So either way, hopefully the entire batting orders have success. So you've got it's either 6 or 7 of the guys are hitting above 300 right now, which is unheard of. And that's what you have to deal with Arkansas baseball in this lineup right now.
And the other guys are at 290 or 295. I mean, just a couple hits away.
They're not holes in the lineup. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Not too far from here in Fayetteville is Cart Pass Social located in Lowell, 122 Grant Place. If you're not going to the game this weekend, it'd be a great place to go watch the games. Also have some fun. Friends, family. They've got the 1-year anniversary coming up, June 12th through the 14th. So you got a chance to, again, take advantage of Cart Pass Social After Dark, College World Series Watch Party. They've got a lot more going on. Over 1,000 different courses. It's BYOB at Cart Pass Social. Always a great time at Cart Pass Social, cartpasssocial.com. Tommy, take this for a sec. I got to go wrangle up Robert so we can get him on for a little bit.
All right, so get by at Cart Path Social and do that. I'm at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11, off 5540 in Fort Smith. You can come by and say hi. I'm going to be here at about noon. We'll be doing the morning rush till 11. They got state sales tax paid on every pre-owned vehicle, so if you're in the River Valley looking for a new ride, they've got it for you here this weekend at Harry Robinson. Weather-wise this weekend, we have had so much rain, but it looks like at least from a weather perspective, we're going to avoid a tricky weekend. Nothing in the forecast but sun today, sun tomorrow, 78 for the high. Chance of rain on Sunday, but it's minimal, less than 50%, and 80 degrees. And then Monday, if needed, 83 and no rain in the forecast. So I've often, you worry about it, and as much rain as we've had lately, at least we don't have to really put a lot of emphasis on worrying about the forecast and how that can affect the schedule. So that's one good thing to note. Also, another thing to note this weekend, because we've gotten so used to, Ty, the run rule after 7 innings, that is not in effect for NCAA postseason. So if Arkansas or any of these games in this regional that you're watching in Fayetteville or around the country and you see a 10-run lead after 7, you wonder why they're still playing. That's a regular season and an SEC thing, not an NCAA thing. So we all need to keep that in mind as we watch the games across the country.
Well, I know that our friend Robert Mann here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback is going to be watching/working. We've already had a few people come by and park here, Robert.
Yep.
Got some Creighton fans that apparently are going to swing by here later on today. This thing is going to be full packed.
Well, it's already crazy. In case you didn't notice, I've been running around here like a chicken with my head cut off. Yeah, well, it's going to be packed. We got some people from Creighton that are wanting to tailgate here all weekend long. I've been working with them today, this morning, and last night. We've got a buy one, get one half off price sale going inside the store, and all the baseball jerseys and baseball hats and anything
Got a
you
bunch
need.
of them.
Anything you need, come and see us.
And the bases loaded hats that everyone really likes to sport and stuff. You guys think that Kansas and Creighton bring a good crowd?
I believe they will. The Creighton people said there's at least 25 carloads coming just for their one little tailgate.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I haven't heard from Kansas, but I'm sure their guys will show up.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
I think just the atmosphere of Fayetteville. For a Creighton fan, you're familiar with the name Dave Van Horn. I think Kansas fans are as well. But Baum Walker, I think, is a draw as well. Yes, you're coming to see your team, but I think Northwest Arkansas, everything up there, and this stadium is a draw for visiting fans.
Yeah, and fortunately for me, I have a shirt that they can buy.
What does it say?
Well, it's about the regional, but it's
Okay.
got all 4 teams on it. And then I have one that's just for Arkansas fans. We don't want they can buy one if they want. They may become Razorback fans before they leave here.
Is that the one thing in the store that's actually not Razorback, considering everything else?
No, it's got a hog on it too.
Okay.
Everything I do is going to have a hog on it.
The other thing, and I discovered this personally, if you're setting up and you're doing your tailgate and you've forgotten something essential, other than the hot dogs or the hamburgers, you're probably going to have it in there. So if it's cutlery, if it's tongs, if it's something, some plates,
yeah, we do.
Good chance you're going to have all that stuff.
We actually do. As far as like tailgating stuff, the tongs, the grill and stuff, we've got some of that. We've got tablecloths for your Razorback tablecloths for your tailgate party if you need that, or a party at your house even. But yeah, we've got all that covered too. We got more than I can sit here and tell you about.
There's a 50% rack back there too.
Yep,
I was looking
half
at.
off. Yep. Go ahead.
And here's the other thing. Father's Day's coming up in just a couple of Sundays. 2 weeks from Sunday. So now's the time to start shopping for Dad. You got some of those really, really nice Tommy Bahamas that Dad would love for Father's Day.
Yeah, we do. We've got a lot of Tommy Bahama stuff, and in fact, Cutter and Buck is probably one of our better polo shirts that we have, and I just got a new shipment of that in this week. We've added one new color, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to come and see it.
You got to come see it.
It's not cardinal.
Okay.
It's not white. It's not black. It's not gray. It's not blue. You just got to come and see it. Trust me, you'll like it.
Okay. Well, all right. Run back the sale promotion one more time, because I think people.
So
if they missed it.
speaking of Father's Day, you can come in and get Dad 2 polo shirts, for example. Buy one, get a second one of equal or lesser value for half price, any regular price.
All right.
Or you can get him a team hat. We've got the on-field hats for the Razorbacks in 4 different colors. So
All right,
I mean,
so everything
come and
you
get
need
one.
to be
They're all
game
fitted.
day ready, right there.
You betcha.
So.
You betcha. All right. So come on down to the Stadium Shop, 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baum Walker Stadium. Or you can go online at shoponrazorback.com. Them Instabook, Facegram things.
Is this the part where you try and defend Joe Bonamassa?
No, it already did that.
Okay.
This is where Matthew corrects me.
Okay.
But he's not here right now, so he's inside working. So come
All
and
right,
see us.
well, Robert, I know it's going to be a busy weekend. Thanks for having us out. We're going to be here all the way till game time.
Well, hogs by 100. How about that?
I love it. I love it.
And then we're going to have a super regional next week, so get ready for it, folks.
We are. So, Robert Mann, the Robert Mann, Stadium Shop, Fayetteville. And come by and see him and the crew and get everything you need to be game day ready. 4.5 runs, that's the line. I was checking it out. Oaklawn Sports app is the place for all the postseason baseball. Plus, I guess the Thunder await either the Knicks or the Pacers. NBA Finals coming up. Got the last couple of games of the Eastern Conference Finals, golf, and a whole lot more. All there with the Oaklawn Sports app. You can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets with a free second chance bet on each of your first bets. If they don't work out each of the first 10 days, up to $100, you get a free bonus bet. Look into the 10% profit boost as well for new and existing customers on qualifying 3-leg parlays. And funding and getting your money back out easier than ever with Oaklawn with debit and credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, cash at Oaklawn when you're there. It's really easy. Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with a brand you trust anywhere in Arkansas. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
All right, we continue on the Morning Rush here on a Fastball Friday, brought to you by QC Kinetics. If you haven't heard who the starting pitcher is, Dave is giving the nod.
Starting pitcher will be Aiden Jimenez.
Aiden Jimenez. Now, as far as the Game 2 starter, Dave expanded on that as well.
Yeah, probably wait and see. I feel like, between Wood and Root, they're both really good pitchers. Zach's had obviously a lot more experience this year just because of Wood's injury, but he's bounced back, and I think he feels better than ever. I mean, his stuff is electric, so it could go either way.
So we've speculated, Tommy, a little bit on who is going to be the Game 1 starter. We now know that fact. And do some speculation. Who do they throw in Game 2? Do we see Root or Wood out there tomorrow at either 2 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
Root. Zach Root, stay on schedule.
I think so, too. Yeah.
And I think maybe Dave knows if they win. Maybe he already knows there'll be a Saturday start for their Super Regional because not all of them will start on Friday. So keep everything on schedule as best you can. So I think Zach Root.
Okay.
That's what I'd expect.
All right, we've got a lot to get to in hour number 2. Richard Davenport is going to join us, talk some recruiting with him. Might see some players this weekend in Baum Walker Stadium as well, Tommy.
All right, Fastball Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They've been helping tens of thousands of people get lasting joint pain relief using natural treatments that harness your body's own healing power. It's now become a mainstream alternative to surgery, drugs, and downtime, and they're right here in Northwest Arkansas. Local. Get your free consultation with a phone call, 479-999-1234. That's 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
All right, hour 2 on the way of the Morning Rush.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world.
Did you click?
Show the police who was at your home if something was taken. Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Are you tired of the overcrowded fitness centers? Would you like a fitness option where you can actually work out? Then let's hang out. The Hangout is Fort Smith's newest fitness facility. It has an 8,000 square foot gym, indoor tennis, pickleball, and basketball with more sports coming soon. The Hangout offers group and individual training in the gym and boasts 3 active tennis pros to help you grow your game. Stop in today at 5400 Gary Street or thehangoutfs.com for more information. Be a part of something different. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at ServiceMasterPC.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we're going to cruise through the next 24 hours with some nice, quiet weather. Sunny skies today, a high this afternoon in the mid to upper 70s. Later tonight, a mainly clear sky and overnight low in the mid 50s. Sunshine Saturday, a high will be into the lower 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on
KERX
ESPN
Paris Fort Smith.
Arkansas.
The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 92 days.
Because they didn't win the title and time has gone on. I do think the players feel that pressure, and it takes the right group of players to come in and not deal with that.
Just wondering, you come to this type of school, so you get to play in this type of atmosphere and this type of game. You guys have worked hard, put in a lot of work. Let it happen, man.
I think they're for real. I think PVH would say this is the best chance they have to win this whole thing.
We all still believe Arkansas might be the best team in the country. If I stock today and somebody win the national title, I would take Arkansas.
I think Arkansas's best is the best. When they're clicking on all cylinders, that's the best team in the country.
They will rise to the top. And we are the queen. I'm just telling you, whether you know it or not, nobody wants to play us.
In my mind, this is our team. Big hits, huge pitches, great defensive play. You guys believe we're this good? Nobody. This is the best offense in the land, and we're going to keep showing it to everybody.
Dave Van Horn seems to put that team together every year to be in a position to get to Omaha. They play really, really good baseball up there at Fayetteville.
Got some special brewers up in the hills of northwest Arkansas.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
All right, so Colton's in the Busch Light Studios. Tommy's at Harry Robinson Buick GMC in Fort Smith. I'm at the Stadium Shop on Razorback here in Fayetteville, right down from Baum Walker Stadium. Is anyone at Roadhog Park with John Daly? Got eyes, ears on
Is
Jay.
he out of bed yet, you think?
That is a good question. He was at Herman's last night with Cal, his son, and Cal's son. Played golf yesterday at the Blessings. Wonder if it was a long night for JD up here in Fayetteville, Tommy. There's no more Hooters anymore. I don't know where he hangs out. That's when Herman's is done.
Yeah, I saw he re-signed his deal with Hooters, but there's not one. He'd have to come down to Fort Smith to go. I guess that'd be the nearest Hooters, but. Yeah, I imagine that's created a buzz around Roadhog Park for this weekend.
Oh, yeah. And this is Roadhog Park, always busy during Razorback football games and baseball games. There's going to be a lot of people out. Already a lot of people out at Baum Walker Stadium outside of the Hog Pen getting ready for later on. You'll see these parking lots, including right here at the Stadium Shop, continue to fill up throughout the day. So we're a mere 4 hours from first pitch here at Baum Walker Stadium.
Fastball Friday is brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. The truth is, regenerative medicine used to be an alternative treatment, but now it's mainstream, and QC Kinetics is the nation's leader when it comes to using the healing properties, the healing powers of your own body to heal your joints and get lasting joint pain relief using these all-natural treatments that harness your body's own healing power. And they're not masking the pain. They're going after the very source that's causing you the discomfort and the pain. So if you get out of bed this morning and it hurt and you creaked and you ache and you do it every morning, there's a better way without surgery, drugs, or downtime with QC Kinetics. Say goodbye to chronic pain with a phone call to 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
So we asked the question, who's going to step up, not just today, but this weekend? Carmen and Fort Smith on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline likes Logan Maxwell. She's ready for him to break out. Milk Toast in Hot Springs like Camden Kojal, and for him to step up this weekend. Rich from Huntsville, I should say, thinks Charles Davalon is going to have a big weekend. He needs base runners early, need to get them early. And I'll go back to what I said earlier. For a young freshman in Jimenez, like playing. And it's been, I don't want to make light of some of the situations that Dave and Hobbs have thrust him in this year, because Dave Van Horn was talking about it yesterday. But just to have the luxury of some runs early and not feel like all the pressure's on you in a potential pitching duel. We'll get to what apparently North Dakota State's pitcher's kind of like in just a sec, but I just think that might rest some nerves a little bit if that happens for him early.
Yeah, and you'd love to stake your pitcher to an early lead. Obviously, you'll bat in the bottom of the first. He's going to go out there first and hopefully get out of a quick inning. But, man, how relieving would that be for him, for Aiden Jimenez, to go out there in the second inning and have 3 or 4 runs staked to the board for him. So I'm sure that's been a conversation. That's obviously, the first thing you'd love to do for your starter in baseball. And hopefully today Davalon can lead it off with a hit, and then by the time you get midway through that lineup, you put a few runs on the board. That's the thing with Arkansas's lineup is, there's not really a lot of holes in there. 6 of the 9 are batting over 300, and 2 more are batting in the 290s. So, I mean, not a lot of places you can pitch around Arkansas's lineup.
I just got sent this picture on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Apparently, Hawaiian youth baseball team's already here, and they're supporting, obviously, Kahio and Vahiva, but they've got a bunch of Razorback fans and Hawaiian flags already outside the hog pen, which is cool. There's going to be a lot of people here this weekend. I think the reason that many of you that are season ticket holders that you get season tickets in the first place is for weekends like this. Not that the Tennessee series or the Texas series or other series that you got to take in throughout the season weren't great, but I mean this is at its peak, Tommy, potentially the next 2 weeks.
Yep, and I'm sure that they come by and see you this morning, and through halftime, I know there's some Hawaiian shirts that are Razorback themed there in the stadium shop. So if you want to kind of get on the Aloha flair, what were we calling them earlier? The Hawaiian haymakers. You can go in and get your Hawaiian shirt sitting right. The Hawaiian haymaker. So go get you a shirt there at the stadium shop.
Again, it's buy one, get one regular price clothing item half off. And, yes, that includes hats as well, so take advantage of that like Tommy was saying. Now, listening to Dave Van Horn yesterday just talk about this series, this upcoming weekend, I say series, this regional, I thought it was interesting how he characterized who Arkansas will see on the bump later on today. The kid's name's Nolan Jackson, and we got to go back to Looney Tunes Day to understand this reference.
As they say, the old Bugs Bunny changeup, it's hard to hit. It just dances around. Those of you that are our age have seen the cartoon when the ball just kind of stops and then it moves. Yeah, anyway, so.
When is the last time you guys have watched Looney Tunes? That used to be Saturday morning, come on at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was great. And my brother would get up early. I'd sleep in and then maybe watch the tail end of it, but man, it's been a while since I've watched some Looney Tunes, Bugs, and Daffy and the rest of the crew having some fun with some mischief here and there.
Loved the Roadrunner when I was a kid, the Coyote and the Roadrunner. That was always probably my favorite Saturday morning. My kids, I guess, are they still on Saturday mornings? My kids were never Saturday morning cartoon watchers.
I don't know if it's like Cartoon Network or where it would be at, Tommy, but I'm going to guess it's on somewhere.
They play Looney Tunes reruns occasionally on the Boomerang channel, which is where I used to watch them. But now most people know Looney Tunes from Space Jam, all they've been around in recently.
Well, when I was a kid, cartoons only happened one day a week. That's why Saturday mornings were the thing. Now there's Cartoon Channel. I mean, now there's YouTube. You can watch them anytime. So I don't think the demand to watch them Saturday mornings, So
what's the old adage? Kids today don't know how good they have it compared to what we had it.
That's exactly right.
Walk uphill both ways to school in the snow and no cartoons till Saturday. That's miserable.
Yeah, a little difference.
Hey, I've got 2 pair of tickets for the Creighton and Kansas game tonight. I don't know if anybody wants them, but if you come out and see Ty, so I don't have any Razorback tickets to give away, but if you'd like to go see Kansas and Creighton, come see Ty. We'll get you fixed up with some tickets to see Kansas and Creighton tonight. So
maybe there'll be apparently there's
got 2 pair.
Going to be some Kansas and Creighton fans that are going to be here later on. So maybe they are listening on their.
I just hate for them to go to waste. We paid for them. We might as well get someone to use them. So.
Yeah. All right, last night the New York Knicks staved off elimination in Madison Square Garden.
Great job, great attention to detail by the Knicks defense. Vince Hart. Anunoby.
You hear that in the background, Tommy? the faint crowd noise. Knicks in 7 was being chanted in New York last night. Indiana's going to have a lot of pressure on them tomorrow night. Because I don't think they're going to win Game 7 if it goes back to New York. But Oklahoma City's just kind of waiting until next Thursday and who their opponent's going to be coming to OKC and Paycom next week.
Anything better than a Game 7? Whether it's baseball, whether it's the NBA, whether it's hockey, Game 7's pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing that play out in that fashion because Game 7 would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, you got side by side. Of course, Arkansas will be. I say, of course, they should be playing tomorrow night at 8:00, and the game will be on TNT. So you'll have that set up if you want to watch it side by side and everything else. I'd rather, if I'm an OKC fan, I'd rather play the Knicks than the Pacers, even though if they got momentum winning the finals. I just think the Pacers would give OKC more trouble than the Knicks necessarily would when it comes to this NBA Finals matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watch that. I'll watch a little more of this Eastern Conference, peeking at it in between baseball. Richard coming up in just a bit, brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. If you're going through a divorce or a child custody or a family law matter, need an expert to help you. Jackie Mock's been doing this for more than 13 years. Also, if you've been in a car wreck or a slip and fall accident or an accident at work, she knows how to work that system and go through it as well, deal with insurance companies and make sure that you get what you deserve. And they understand that times are hard. Most of us working class can't, pony up a $5,000 retainer, and sometimes law firms will ask for even more than that, and then they want more down the road. So that's why Jackie offers easy-to-understand flat fees, low down payments, and payment plans that you can afford as well. Go to mocklegalsolutions.com, mocklegalsolutions.com, or call 769-1505, Mock Legal Solutions in Salisal and in Fort Smith.
All right, when we come back, SEC update. Arkansas knows some times for their football games, first 3 weeks of the season, plus some other marquee SEC games. Stay with us. It is the Morning Rush, live on a Fastball Friday as we're here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Root kicks and deals. He struck him out swinging. This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
This is the Morning Rush.
I've never had to wear a helmet to play golf until I met you.
ESPN 95.3 is live on location.
ESPN 95.3 live at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, getting ready for the weekend. Sales tax paid through the weekend. Jimmy Ramsey's with me. Jimmy, it's down to the last few days here of sales tax paid.
And we don't do this a whole lot. Now, listen, if you want to take advantage of it, now's the time. I've got over 400 vehicles out here to choose from. I've got used vehicles that we're doing state sales tax paid, like he said. And we've also got new vehicles. I got vehicles out here right now, Buick Envista, that's brand new, that I can get your payments at $399 a month. Come, take advantage of it while the time is here, because it's now. I mean, you've got another day left, and that's about it.
Best selection you've had on brand new Buicks and GMCs in a long time.
Great selection right now. If you're looking for
a small midsize, or you're looking for a large SUV, I've got those. And I've also got brand new Sierra trucks that you can take advantage of picking out the color that you like.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Old Ford Days action begins Memorial Day, and the Old Ford Days official merchandise is ready for you at Jelco Outdoors. Ball caps, t-shirts, koozies, drinkware, and more. Check out the selection of cowboy hats, boots, shirts, and belts. Hot buys on Ariat and Wrangler jeans. Buy 2 pair and get a 3rd pair free, plus a free Old Ford Days rodeo cap with purchase. Go to the Old Ford Days Rodeo in style. Check out the Old Ford Days official merchandise at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Hey, Tuesdays is a great day to stop by Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. I know everyone thinks tacos on Tuesday, Brooklyn, but you guys have taco pizzas on special as well, plus some special drink prices on Mexican beers.
Yes, we have our $1 off Mexican imports, $2 off margaritas, $1 off when wearing a Papa's t-shirt.
How many Papa's Pub t-shirts do you have?
Quite a bit right now in stock.
Come on by and see us at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hogs have finally held the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, I know Tommy wants to talk about Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap, and we'll get to that coming up in just a bit. But for now, we discussed the SEC update, where Greg Sankey and his staff have upgraded the fine of storming the field, rushing the court, I guess you don't have to worry about baseball, to $500,000. Did you see that yesterday?
Yeah, and I believe it still goes to your opponent, right?
I don't think it's changed. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's still to your opponent. So not only are you being dinged for $500,000, you're also helping your what would consider to be a rival in most cases, or at least one of the better teams in your league, because you rush the field. So who are the winners on this? Well, it's probably Georgia in football. It's Alabama still in football to a degree. I don't know. Maybe you rush the field for Florida. Kind of doubt it. In basketball, there's a handful, but you want to be one of them teams that you go on the road and they beat Arkansas and they rush the floor. Not only for the $500,000, but that means you're a pretty good program.
I was going to say, probably might
it's a compliment when they do it. It's a compliment when they do it.
just be honest, it's probably going to happen in basketball this year with the team you've stacked up, and you'll have some notable SEC road teams.
Can you do that in 1 year? You'd have to be ranked number 1 for that to happen, and you'd have to, and it's also going to mean you lost a game you shouldn't have, because I don't think that Arkansas doesn't have a rivalry. So Kentucky's not rushing the floor. Texas isn't rushing the floor for anybody. So you're going to have to go someplace like an Ole Miss or Mississippi State or a Vanderbilt, and hell, they can't rush the floor. They have to climb up to it. So so it's going to have to be one of those type of places for this to happen, and Arkansas would have to be number 1 of the country.
This is basically the Vanderbilt rule because, Colin, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say 3 or 4 times last year they stormed the field. Alabama.
At least twice. I know they did it.
And there was a Kentucky basketball, and there was, I think, one other time. So 3 times in 1 year, they got up to that threshold, 100,000, 250, and then 500,000. So this is
so now we're going to start at $500,000, right?
Yeah. And
right.
For athletics departments across the country that are either laying off, not giving raises, doing a bunch of other things, this is maybe not 10 years ago, but this is a significant amount of money.
And where did they decide this at?
Spring meetings.
And those are held where?
Sandestin.
Yeah, Destin, Florida.
Hey,
we're sorry we had to lay you off last week, Sally, but I had to get that done before we go to Destin for our conference meeting. So.
Yeah, that would not bode well here. It hasn't. I mean, the early retirement stuff happened during COVID, but I'm trying to think. Has this happened here yet? About 300 yards from me. 400 yards.
If it has, we're not aware. So.
Okay. All right, keep it up.
Hey, Jim, sorry you don't have a job, but I gotta let you go before I head down to Sandestin for our conference meetings. So,
keeping up your SEC update going. You've got some notable games here this football season. Arkansas will play Ole Miss at 6 or 6:45 on ESPN or the SEC Network. It's a night game. We've also got Arkansas State at 4 o'clock. That's on ESPN Plus and the SEC Network, and then Alabama A&M at 3:15 on the SEC Network. Now, John in Mountain Home texted in earlier on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. He is disappointed and angry that Arkansas and Arkansas State is not a televised game. But I was kind of expected the Alabama A&M to be the plus game, but I guess week 2 is when Arkansas finds itself on the ESPN and SEC Network Plus.
Yeah, I don't know how much say-so the schools have in that. Listen, maybe that's the way Arkansas wants it. Do you really want to put Arkansas State on TV in a game that more Arkansans will watch, probably border to border than most in non-conference games at least? So maybe there's some strategery going on with that, but I just hope the stadium's full, and you need it on linear TV because not everybody can get in the stadium. But I still suspect there will be available seats if you really want to see that game with your own 2 eyes.
What's going to malfunction? The scoreboard, the game clock, the water
concession stands.
The concession stand, the
troughs.
And this is coming from a Little Rock guy that has had so much fun in that stadium, but it is like
maybe they'll go for the full
year.
bingo card in the final crescendo of War Memorial Stadium. We'll just go for the full bingo card.
Just all of them. All right, last thing here in your SEC update. Some notable SEC football games this fall include the Ohio State Buckeyes hosting Texas. Auburn goes to Baylor to take on my dad's Baylor Bears. LSU at Clemson. Big week 1 game. I want to say that's on a Sunday if I remember that right. Kansas at Missouri. Michigan at Oklahoma and Norman. Ole Miss, again, plays Kentucky in Lexington the week before they play you, so something to keep an eye on. Wisconsin goes to Bama week 3, Florida at LSU week 3. We'll see if DJ Lagway's the real deal. And then A&M, the return trip to South Bend after that game at College Station last year, Tommy.
Yeah, so, good schedule. And listen, I think having that Texas A&M series returning the way it is going to be exciting in football for a lot of fans. That's one place I'm looking forward to going is Kyle Field. How about you?
Yeah, 12th man is crazy and as weird as
tradition.
that not just the city, but of course the institution is. That is an
cult.
Unbelievable crowd.
It's a cult.
Yeah, that is, and you ask anyone that's had a play in there, that is one of the toughest crowds in all of college football. So hopefully Arkansas can have success down there for guess you hadn't played there since 2012, and Manziel hung like 50 on you. It's been a while.
Seems like it's pouring down rain, too, that day, if I remember. But it was just a tough day. All right, that's your SEC update. A word here for Brothers Roofing. If you've been through some hail, you've been through some storms. I know in Springdale they had some pretty good-sized hailstones come down. And really across all of our area and our region, there's been either wind or hail in the last few weeks. And if you're seeing spots show up on the ceiling, you're seeing neighbors with inspectors and people on the roof, insurance adjusters, and those type of people in your subdivision, your neighborhood, call Brother Alexander and let them come inspect your roof for you. 479-353-3877 is Brother's number. Brother's got over 30 years of experience in the industry, not only as a roofing contractor, but an insurance adjuster as well. And when the job's done, Brother will personally inspect the roof and make sure every detail is covered. 479-353-3877 is the number. 353-3877 for Brothers Roofing and Restoration.
I guess that you played there in College Station during the COVID year when they made you come there to Aggieland. I forgot that Felipe and those guys played down there. All right, let's get to
we never got the return trip on that.
Nope. All right, let's get to what we want to talk about. So for those that don't know, Sydney Sweeney has a new bathwater soap called Bathwater Bliss that's coming out. It is a limited edition bar soap formulated with exfoliating sand and pine bark extract, as well as a splash of Sydney soap that channels the two best places on earth, the great outdoors and Sydney Sweeney's bathtub. Only 5,000 of them are going to be made. Are you going to purchase one of them? Or have you already? For your wife, of course, because it's probably a good bar soap.
I will not. I'm going to guess it's going to be expensive. I'm a little too old for that fantasy, but that would fit right in your wheelhouse. I get it.
Colton, what would you pay for this?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay anything for it because I don't want it. I don't need it. I like the soap that I have. It doesn't make me itch. It makes me smell good. I like it.
I use.
Give me some Irish Spring.
That's what I use. Irish Spring. It's blue. It comes in the green bottle, and it gets the job done. I'm an Irish Spring man, but I'm at least contemplating. I'm kind of curious. How much do you think this sells for? I mean, is this over $1,000 per bar soap, or do they make it?
Oh, surely not. Are there that many idiots out there in the world?
100%. 100%. People are probably mad there's only 5,000 of them, Tommy, that are being sold. But again, if you want the Bathwater Bliss, you can take advantage because there's only 5,000 that are being made.
Well,
I know.
What would you do if you had a gallon of bathwater? What would you do with it?
You say a gallon of it?
Yeah.
I'd sell it. I'd make bank.
Yeah. Smart man.
I'd absolutely sell it. Take advantage of it. Phil's going to hop on the bike here in just a sec. What would you do, Phil, with that bathwater?
I'm not interested in her bathwater. I want to know what you're doing about yours.
Mine just goes down the drain. I don't think people would sell. I don't
take
think
a bath,
that's
Ty.
Might be liquid gold that you're letting just drip down that drain. For crying out loud, Ty, make yourself some money.
Well, I guess I need to get my marketing wheel going on that. Do you think, Tommy? You think we could sell on the radio?
No, but maybe those hairballs are getting your drain covered because with that receding hairline of yours, I know there's got to be some hair in the drain. You know.
Yeah, there was a clog the other day that we had to unclog. I'm going to guess that it had partially due to my hair. I'm trying to grow it out as just a
partially due to your hair. Who else's hair would be in your shower drain?
Well, there's roommates, including the one Hawking that just brought me by some food. Thank you, brother Hawk.
That, by the way, is the secret menu, like the secret menu at fast food restaurants. They have one for Sydney Sweeney's bathwater too. It's just you basically get what was stuck at the bottom of the drain. You got to ask for it in a very specific way.
Oh man! All right. Well, now we got get an idea from Phil. Selling my
stupid
bathwater.
things people will do with their money. So.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, come on. People literally have bought a tissue used by like a beetle. But one of the Beatles. I mean,
frame it.
There's been chewed up, just chewing gum that people have bought. I think somebody bought. You remember the famous Miller Light can?
That's McCartney's booger right there.
The famous Miller Light can that Roger Clemens had deposited one of the needles in or something that he was using for when the whole steroid scandal exploded. Somebody bought that. People will buy anything.
Just tell them it was Elvis's bathwater. You've been holding on to it for a while.
People will buy a half-eaten peanut butter and banana sandwich from Elvis.
Pretty much everything.
So, Hey, listen up, anglers. When it comes time to crappie fish, there's only one baby shad, the original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait, featuring a sleek back, a streamlined belly, much like Ty. Sleek back, a streamlined belly, and a quivering tail. This bait won't stop moving no matter what the temperatures are, no matter the conditions. It's perfect for dead sticking. And you can find the Bobby Garland Baby Shad at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores everywhere. It is the Bobby Garland Baby Shad. How excited are you, Phil, for today? I know it's got to feel a little different when you get in the ballpark and the bunting is up.
Yeah, they've actually kept the bunting up quite a bit this year, which is a little different. But you're right, it feels different. I mean, I parked in my usual parking spot at the ballpark and just walked over to the stadium shop, and there is a different feel.
Must be nice to be able to park 30 feet from the entrance.
It is nice, very nice. Thank you very much. It feels different. I mean, I got out of the car and just instantaneously a little nervous, just because it's the NCAA tournament. There's an air of finality to not every game that you play, but every weekend that you're involved in with this. So I just want to see him do well.
Yeah, I know we got to run here in just a second, but we've been talking pitching strategy and Jimenez starting, and just the thought of it. If you break this thing down, I know it's the postseason, but if you break this down, this is a midweek game. Would you start Zach Root or Gage Wood in a midweek game at any point this season? Probably not. So, I mean, this decision based on opponent does make sense when you look at it in its most basic element.
It's the kind of opponent you would bring in during conference play midweek, but what they're treating this is as a Sunday. That's what Aiden Jimenez has become. He's become the Sunday starter. He would have been the championship game starter had the Hogs gone to the SEC championship game last weekend. And I think they started him against Tennessee with the idea that he's going to be a starting pitcher in the postseason. It just wasn't quite sure which day it was going to be. But I think they're treating this like a Sunday, which may mean, depending on what the score is, you use a lot of the same pitchers that you'd use on a Sunday as well. So this did not surprise me at all. Just because it's his second start doesn't mean that they hadn't been planning this for the last month or so. I think it's going to work out.
All right, Phil and Matt from the Stadium Shop coming up in a bit. Phil on the call of the game today, later right here on most of these ESPN Arkansas stations. Phil, I'll let you go so you can go clean out those clogs in your drain.
Thank you very much.
So,
yeah, those ones are
good.
good.
He's got half a burrito he's got to eat, too, to get game day ready.
For him. So, hey, Gaston's be a wonderful place to hang out. We're talking about Father's Day coming up. If you're looking for a last-minute getaway for Father's Day weekend, Gaston's would be the place to call and reserve a cabin or a lodge, get a guide for the weekend, treat Dad to a special place. Or if they're asking you, Dad, hey, what do you want? How about a trip to Gaston's? You don't need any more shirts. You don't need any more gadgets that go in the closet that never even come out of the box. You don't need another set of grilling tongs and spatulas. You've got plenty of those. So why not make it a memory? You know, your kids get to a certain age, you get to a certain age, you don't need more stuff. You don't need more crap that you're going to sell in a garage sale. You need memories that last, and Gaston's is a place to make those memories. 870-431-5202 is their number, 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Root kicks and deals. He struck him out swinging. This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Smiles and glory holes.
This is the Morning Rush. ESPN 95.3 is live on location.
Back at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith. Brent Durham's here. Happy birthday a couple days ago.
Oh, I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you.
28 years old, and you're ready to sell some cars this weekend. State sales tax paid.
Yeah, come by, save a bunch of money with us. We've got, I think I sold one yesterday, and they saved about $2,500. You can go back on your trip this summer with your kids, your new ride and not have to come out of pocket, come by and see me.
That's really the only bad part of getting a new car is, within about 60 days, you got to go to the tag office and you got to write them a check. That's one thing that keeps people probably from buying. Well, you can take that worry, take that pain off the table here this weekend at Harry Robinson.
Yep, and again, it's no funny business here. It's not financing. We're just writing you a check back, and you go to the DMV, and it's paid for. Y'all need to come by and see us. Take advantage of these deals, and as low as 0% on some of my new vehicles.
All right, Harry Robinson, Buick GMC, exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Every Thursday, take a trip down memory lane at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Joe's is bringing back the flavors you loved from Cuco's, the beloved restaurant that once called this place home. Join Joe's Grill and Cantina for Throwback Thursday and savor classic Cuco's dishes. It's the taste from the past with the vibrant atmosphere of Joe's. Don't miss out on the reunion every Thursday at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Come for the food, stay for the memories. 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. With Saver, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. That's unlimited cash back on ordering takeout from home or unlimited cash back on tickets to concerts and games. So grab a bite, grab a seat, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cole Johnson with River Valley Smile Center. If you're hiding your smile because of chipped, stained, or uneven teeth, or you feel like your smile doesn't reflect how you feel inside, our dental team is here to help. We offer a variety of cosmetic and restorative dental services, from custom veneers to full mouth rehabilitation. We take pride in combining clinical precision with an artistic eye to help you feel confident and comfortable every step of the way. It's time to love your smile again. Call 479-646-0706 or visit rivervalleysmiles.com to set up your consultation. Let's create the smile you've always wanted.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster and Rogers.
I mean, don't you think there's more to our future than chili? Well, I'm also considering a line of jams.
When it comes to flavor, nobody does it better than House of Webster. Locally made jams, jellies, salsas, and sauces for over 90 years.
All right, back here on the Morning Rush, Richard Davenport joins us momentarily. We are live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, getting ready for the Fayetteville Regional halftime to join in about 20 minutes from now. We'll get a chance to hear from Phil and Matt as they get ready. And then, Tommy, we've got Hog Reaction as well later on tonight. Again, all of our coverage presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley, and Arvest Bank as well.
Yeah, so come join us at the Stadium Shop. We'll be here all the way till almost game time today. It is a Fastball Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, lasting joint pain relief. using natural treatments that harness your body's own healing power. And it's a mainstream treatment now. And it's available right here in Northwest Arkansas, where they use well-respected protocols, including potent and powerful cellular-level treatments to revitalize and restore damaged joint tissue. So if your doctor said surgery, drugs, and downtime are in your future to fix your pain, there's a better way that doesn't have surgery, drugs, or downtime with QC Kinetics. Say goodbye to the chronic pain and live your best life. QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234 is their number right here in Northwest Arkansas.
All right, so big weekend here at the Fayetteville Regional. Also, you've got a lot of recruiting going on as well. That's why our buddy Richard Davenport of Whole Hog Sports and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette joins us via the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, courtesy of our friends at House of Webster. Prospects, Richard, I know you've been writing about them. What can you tell us about some of these guys that are going to be here?
Yeah, they all arrive today, and we'll leave on on Sunday, excuse me. And wrote about linebacker Caleb Gordon today. I tell you what, look at his video. He's legit. Very, very physical. You notice whenever he hits a guy, he's going backwards usually. He's not going forward. He's kind of a smaller guy, 6 foot 217. But that's what Travis Williams was. He was about 6 foot 6'1", about 220 in college when he played at Auburn. It was all SEC, and he's got more than 20 offers: Virginia, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, Clemson. He's from North Carolina. Coach Williams got on him late and just won him over pretty quickly to be able to get him to visit this weekend. He and his parents think the world of T. Will, and I can understand why. But then some of the other notable guys, Chase Campbell, the receiver from the Lubbock area, whose mom and dad are former Razorbacks. Marcus Campbell played defensive back for Danny Ford. He's a consensus 4-star prospect and rated one of the top 10 receivers in the country according to On3.com. And then you have Bryce Gilmore, a 6'5", 290-pound offensive lineman. He's also a consensus 4-star prospect, and he'll be making his visit this weekend. He's a guy that has visited Arkansas before, and that obviously helped in his relationship with Coach Mateos is key with him. But this just is the beginning. Three more weekends of official visitors, and then wrap it up the 2022 weekend.
Richard, you know what the itinerary looks like? Like, obviously they'll see the facility, they'll be with coaches. I mean, will they take them to the baseball game? Will we see some recruits in Baum Walker?
No, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. Because it's an NCAA playoff game, it's not technically a home game for Arkansas. They can't go. And I'll be honest with you, that would be nice. But these official visits are pretty packed. I mean, every minute's almost accounted for. They get up about 8 o'clock. Well, I mean, they usually picked up at the hotel about 8 o'clock on a Saturday, and they will go back to the hotel around 5 and get some rest, and then be picked up about 6:15, 6:30 for dinner. And then they go out after dinner with their hosts. So it's a full day. Even when they get here on Friday, it's a busy day. And same thing for Sunday.
Richard Davenport with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Also, I mean, is now an official visit a visit with any school, and Arkansas's got a general manager staff. How does that factor into the itinerary anymore? I'm sure that that new department, that new wing of the athletic department is probably involved in a lot of recruiting activity now.
Yeah, I would think so, and I'll be honest with you, it varies from kid to kid. I know one kid that's committed to him didn't even bring up NIL, so it hasn't even asked about NIL. I mean, how refreshing is that? But some kids and parents will be up front and ask about it, and I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So obviously they'll have they'll have that taken care of from that angle, and not have to be talked about by Coach Pittman and other staff members. They'll be able to have a one-on-one with the GM and kind of get a feel of what Arkansas might be able to do for them and their philosophy on NIL and go from there. But you'd be surprised. Some kids don't really mention it till the end of the recruiting process, and it's an interesting. Even now, I mean, even though you tend to think, especially with the higher tier prospects, you figure NIL is definitely brought up pretty quickly. But some kids, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest with you.
You've been watching what's been going on and being discussed in Destin this week at the SEC meetings?
Bits and pieces. But bits and pieces.
Anything stood out to you that that you think, hey, this could have a big impact on recruiting, or even a minor impact? Anything that has filtered out of there that caught your attention?
Well, I mean, I think I'd be shocked if they don't just go to that one January window for the portal. I think every coach in the country pretty much wants that. It'd be surprising if that doesn't happen. I think it only makes sense. It gives kids an opportunity to make a decision and go elsewhere if they want to. But at the same time, I don't think it's a bad deal, even if they go through spring practice and they're down on the depth chart. I don't think it's a bad deal for them to have to stick around and fight through it. They can get back into the portal, in January. So I think it needs to be more of a give and take on both sides, and have some reasonable rules. And I think that's pretty reasonable.
Richard, we'll leave it there, man. Appreciate you hopping in with us. HouseofWebster.com. You can always order the best jams, jellies, and sauces around, and stop by IMC at 113 North 2nd Street in Rogers. People forget, I mean, it's right here, Richard. You can stop by, get a gift basket. Father's Day weekend coming up. Perfect opportunity to get something for Pops at House of Webster.
Yep. Yeah, I actually went by. I've been by the gift shop, and I highly suggest it. Obviously, all the products are there, and you and I will attest that they have some good stuff.
It is fantastic. HouseofWebster.com, made in Arkansas for over 90 years. Richard, have a great weekend. Hopefully it's a good weekend here in Fayetteville at the Fayetteville Regional, and we'll chat at your normal time next Wednesday.
We'll see you, buddy. Take care, guys.
All right, good stuff again, as always, from Richard Davenport. For those that haven't heard, Aiden Jimenez, Tommy, gets the start today for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Phil was talking about it just a little bit earlier. You know who your starter's going to be. We'll see what the rest of the weekend shakes out. But it's also nice. You got good weather. Kind of I was worried a little bit earlier in the week, but we got good weather today.
Little minor threat on Sunday in the current forecast. Other than that, sunny, and I don't think weather's going to be an issue. Today's going to go off without a hitch. So hopefully today Arkansas goes out there and rolls through 9 innings and never much of a threat. And then you can relax till tomorrow night and figure out if it's going to be Creighton or Kansas. The Big 12's been a thorn in the Razorback side in these postseason events, and hopefully this year it's a little bit different outcome when we're talking about it on Monday. And kind of where the weekend stood. 3-0 is what you got to go. You got to win 3 games, and that's what Arkansas is going to do. If you do lose a game, there could be a Monday night game, but hopefully you never see Game 7 in this regional.
Yep. All right, so if you don't have what you need for later on today, you could be tailgating. Maybe you don't have tongs. You were talking about tablecloths earlier, Tommy. Maybe you just need a Razorback baseball hat. Robert here at the Stadium Shop has plenty of them. Again, Robert, got a sale going on right now. Buy one regular price clothing item, get one half off, including hats here at the Stadium Shop.
So you can get yourself a jersey and your significant other jersey as well, and get one of them half off. Or you can get a sweatshirt and a hat and get one half off, all kinds of stuff. Isn't it cool to be sitting out here in this great weather looking at the baseball stadium? It's right over there. It's right there.
Phil just put on a Razorback polo. He's ready to go.
I think we're dressed alike today, except I'm wearing shorts and he's afraid to get sunburned. He's got the long pants on.
Got the Brooks shoes on. He's happening. We got we're matching, Phil. We both got Brooks shoes on here this morning. But
Is Phil a good hat customer for you? I mean, Phil ought to be a really good hat customer.
I think he bought the one he's got on his head from us, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he bought that one here. It's a ribby hitting hog hat.
My only Razorback hat is the sweater hog hat that I got from here. That's my favorite. It's my favorite hog logo. But yeah, you got a 50% off rack back there. There's even if you want to just get some stuff ready for winter. We know that again it's hot here the next few months, but it'll be cold here before we know. You got all the stuff, sweatshirts, everything else as well.
The cool part about the half off rack is it's not junk. You know,
there's like 94 basketball shorts on there.
It's not stuff I went out and bought for $2 and then sell it for $50 and then mark it down to half. That ain't what that is.
You also got a bunch of one of the things I noticed, you got a bunch of kid stuff too. Which
yeah.
I know when parents always come here, you're like, hey, what does your kid selection look like? Well, you're loaded up on that too.
Yep. We got a lot of kid stuff. And guys, I need your help here. I'm going to throw some out there at you, and you can go on our Facebook page and make a comment if you want to, please. Win Arkansas. I'm going to put it that way. Wins the national championship.
There you go.
Okay. The company is offered to allow me to order the locker room shirt, which is the one that they wear on the field after they win it, in kid sizes. And I'm debating on whether or not there's a big demand for kid size locker room T-shirts, but I'm thinking about getting them. What do you think?
I would.
My
Tommy,
kids
you
would
got
wear 'em.
kids. I was going to say you.
That's what I wanted to hear. So if you go on our Facebook page or on our Twitter, you know, that Twitter, X, whatever they call it these days, and leave us a comment. I'd like to hear everybody's response on that. But, yeah, we're ready to go, guys. We've had a lot of people come in. We're going to have some people from Creighton tailgating here after a while. I told them we'd be polite. We wouldn't hassle them too much. And just understand their money is green, too. And their money will stay here in Fayetteville because we're locally owned and operated. So whatever money they spend doesn't go to Chicago.
989. Right. Go ahead, Tommy.
I was you got Hawaiian stuff. Anyone wanting to Hawaiian up for the Alloys? So
let's go.
What is this?
That's the youth baseball team. So the youth baseball team is walking to us right now from Hawaii. Yeah, from Hawaii. There was a Razorback fan that put on X. It's like, hey, I'm with the entire youth baseball team coming back from Hawaii right now.
And they're coming into the store.
Let's
get
go.
Those kids autographs.
You got, I'm
future
seeing
Golden
that.
Spikes winner.
Man, they're proud, too. They got a lot of flags. Look at how many flags they're carrying.
You told me to mark on their calves? Is that what you're saying?
The
coach.
Oh, yeah, he was here last time, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
This is the guy with calves the size of my waist.
Okay. Popeye calves. Okay.
So, yeah, come on down here because you might see one of the Alloy brothers here in a little bit because they come in there on game days occasionally.
Let's go. Tommy, you're missing it. You're missing it, man. You're missing all the excitement here.
Hey, look at that shirt. That's cool. These guys are cool, man. They're come loud and proud, aren't they? So, anyway, come on down. You might meet some of the Alloys while they're here. And park with us. We got a lot of parking still available. And a lot of buy one, get one half off baseball team hats. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm being distracted here by all these Hawaiians. It's very cool.
Phil is
Are they clapping for Ty? I heard clapping in the background. Are they clapping?
Guys, this is the voice of Razorback baseball, if you didn't know. He calls all Cajios and Bahivas home runs that he's been hitting this year.
Yeah. So,
oh, that's sick. Let's go, baby. The Bash Brothers. Tommy, they got Bash Bros hats, too. That's awesome.
We got to do some more of this stuff, guys. So you never know who you'll see at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, folks. You never know who you're going to see.
Gotta come by
I'm shaking hands with them right now. This is awesome. Y'all are missing out. Get down here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're good. Go, Tommy.
Tommy?
Right. Sounds like we're having a great time. Robert, we'll talk to you soon. We got more coming up on halftime here in just a bit. Hey, Standard Materials Group in APAC, if you're looking for a turnkey solution for your construction project, APAC and Standard Materials Group is Northwest Arkansas's #1 provider for aggregates, asphalt, and ready-mix concrete. So if you need more than just materials, APAC can help you with surveying, engineering, construction, drone capabilities, trucking, and logistics, all under one roof with one phone call. 479-587-3300. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group. Call them and get started today.
All right, so we've already got a big contingency here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. More fans will be incoming here in these next few hours, getting ready for this Fayetteville Regional as Arkansas takes on North Dakota State at 2 o'clock. First pitch, Tommy, if they win today, they'll play tomorrow night at 8. And if they win game number 2, they'll move on to game, I guess technically not game 3, but their game 3 also Sunday night at 8 o'clock as well.
It's Fastball Friday, always brought to you by QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas, 479-999-1234 for our friends at QC Kinetics.
All right, that's going to do it for us here, at least the morning rush version here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Coming up, Phil Elson, Matt Jones continue on halftime. Also, Arkansas Game Day live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback. If you need anything at all Razorback related to get you ready for this Fayetteville Regional, tailgating, going into the game, whatever, you're going to find it here with Robert, Elizabeth, and Matthew. Man, Tommy, what happens later on here in about 3 hours?
Hogs win 12-2.
12-2. Colton?
Hogs win 9-1.
Okay, they cover. 4.5 is the run spread later on today. That's going to do it for Colton Little and Tommy Kraft. Happy 26th, Colton. I'm Ty Richardson. Halftime coming up next.
And Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver,